I'm back in Watcher of Realms at Arnica's Corner here, and kind of checking out things. It's 11:18, and we have some arena that I've got to get done in order to get all of those rewards that I want to get. So let's hop over there and start on that process. We've got this guy here. He is Japanese, looks like. Going with the Japanese guy. Oh, already got him. That's good. Okay, got that victory. Then in that case, let's refresh the opponents and see what we have. Looks like we have Drillfolk. Drillfolk 83 right here with 178,618. Let's see. We've got the team already made. It looks fine. I remember doing this. In fact, I had it on auto fight earlier, so let's just do that again. I think it'll be fine on this. Thank you for the follow there, Killer Boudreaux 228. And how are you doing? So all right. The way that I had done this is I had first thrown down Arrogance. And then after that, I think I had put Dao Chen next, and essentially that's just to boost up Arrogance a little bit. Now they have thrown down some kind of big Talon is the name of it, or Talene perhaps, and it has Nature's Resolve as its ultimate, increases attack by 40% and all damage reduction by 20%. Spells 1 debuff from the hero every 5 seconds, and when taking direct damage, restores 5% of their max HP for the hero and adjacent allies. So, that worked well for them in the first round. The second round, some folks just walked on by them and got down to the bottom. However, they have some nice guys down here, looks like. We've got Kane, who has a Reptilian Revenge, deals 700% damage to up to 10 enemy targets ahead. That's nice for this fight. And Zelitu, who has Will of Hegemony. However, they are not able to beat the Arrogance Edrin combo. So he had 178,000 BP, which is significantly lower than what my team has. So he was definitely working at a disadvantage. We got three arena coins, 8 dual champions points, and 5,000 gold coins for that. And looking at stats, it looks like I have no idea who that is. The one, nope, don't know these people. Zelitu is the third one down, I think, and then I see Mari down there. I didn't see her come out. So I actually only know who Zelitu and Mari is. I'm not sure which ones the other ones were. It could be that the first one at the top there was the was the animal or that was there at the top around that first bend. Chiloon or something like that, possibly. All right, let's go back to the arena screen over here, and for our next attempt, let's try Asgar. Asgar has 304,588 BP, and is probably going to win this fight, but we're going to find out. We're going to try the same. You know what? We're not going to try the same thing. We're going to pull out Greed. What was it? What was it I did last time that I was attempting? I may have put Dao Chen instead of Greed, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see if there was a nightmare person that I had thrown out. I don't think so, really, but maybe. Okay, if I put another nightmare guy in there, then it'll increase Arrogance's attack speed to the 35, which is why I had Reed in there to start with. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'm trying to remember what I had been thinking last time I did this. I had been substituting in someone because I thought it would do better than that. You know, it could have been just Baron, possibly, who I was putting out there. Yeah, I think it could have been Baron. To slow down the oncoming group a little bit. Maybe. Let's try it. It'll keep another one off. Then currently we'll another 3 off if we use it that way. Let's give it a go. So, the monster BP is 308,895. A little bit more than my opponent's team BP, and that is because they have somebody in their group who's slightly better than the rest. I see that they're using greed. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to try basically the same thing as before. I want to stick Arrogance out right away. And they'll just be at the bottom there. I'm trying to remember if maybe I had been putting Dao Chan out. I'm not sure. Regardless, one way or another, we're going to start with Arrogance and then put out, if possible, I guess, with the 2 here that we have. I wonder if I ought to do, well, there's actually 3 of these guys. No, 2. Alright, looks like 3 there for a whole second. Alright, so somehow we managed to win that. Who would have thought? Let's double time it and see if we can get Edrin out before anything else comes down this aisle. So we'll put Edrin right here. And then once more let the double timing happen. And I think let's go ahead and stick actually first turn on Edrin's thing, then stick Laurel right there. And that'll speed both Arrogance and Edrin up, which will give us a little bit of a head start. I mean, head start isn't the right word, but a little bit of an advantage of what they have over here. This is Wrath. We know him. We also have Lady Mina over here, who has Eternal Darkness. When the ultimate is triggered, continuously inflicts blood, sigil, and immobilized state on up to 10 targets in range. Lady Mina then transforms into Phantom Dracula, dealing 220% piercing physical damage 1 time up to 5 targets every 2 seconds. Cool. Alright, now, I think I'll go ahead and wait for Baron to come out next. Stick him in front of Edrin, and that way we can kind of slow this group down, maybe enough to be able to kill some of them with the combined forces of Edrin and Arrogance. And then if I end up still being, think this game is still continuing, by the time I get to 16, I'll stick Wrath out. And he's just going to hang out at the top. And I guess what I'll do, really what I would like to do is have him face down, but I don't think that I can, make that work out very well. So I'll probably have him face back toward those little demon dog guys there, so that he can help with DPS as well as that boost to all of Nightmare's attack speed. Alright, here comes some more guys, and this time we're going to be prepared with a shield on Baron, which will explode after it, when it dispels. So, let's do that. Now, the one who got knocked out was Laurel, by the way. That was because Laurel is not strong. And she was up there at the top, trying to give people a little bit more rage. And I shouldn't have done that, actually. Because I could have saved up that ultimate for the next round. Let's get Laurel back out. And I faced her the wrong way accidentally. I tell you what, I'm doing very poorly this time around. It's okay, still got it. So, that was Asgard. And they have 304,588 BP. I think I'm going to go ahead and save that as the offense for now. And that way I won't have to keep on switching the guy out and remembering who I had there. Alright, so we got 3 arena coins, 8 duel of champions points, and 5,000 hero XP potions for that. And stats show that this lady Mina here did all kinds of damage like that. Check that out. That was pretty good. Not as good as Etrin, but still pretty good. Followed by they have Wrath, and Wrath is pretty good. And they had him in a position where he was being in the prey constantly. So, all right, cool. Let's go back. And then we reached gold 3 in the arena, so it actually reset our groups that we're against here. We have here Zoom, 283,618 is his PP. And we will keep this. And I could do an auto fight. I have no idea how it would go. Because I was picking up people, putting down people. I don't know how that would work in the arena. As far as like when they die and you put them back out, I don't know. I think we just try it the old-fashioned way, however. And so I'm gonna do basically the same thing again. Gonna stick Arrogance out to begin with. And I think it'll kind of depend on how things look. Sometimes I play it by ear a little bit on this whenever, I did the auto fights quite a bit earlier today. But normally I do each one, as it comes. And so, I don't know, we'll see. I have one of those little, I call them ants, I don't know, spiders, ants, whatever they are. It walked on by anyway. Whatever the case may be. And so I think I'm going to have enough time to get Etrin out again. So we'll go ahead and wait for him, put him here so that he can start DPSing on these guys as soon as possible. Speed it back up because I need to get up to either 13 or 18 depending. Doesn't look particularly lovely. Let's use Etrin's ultimate. Alright, so with this next wave being large, I'm going to go ahead and get Baron out next, which is, I think, the same way that I did it last time. Not 100% sure. But if I can get Laurel out, I don't know, do I want to do that next, or do I want to do Wrath next? It's a question, because it's a matter of which one is more beneficial. I'm really not sure what the answer there is. And I think, though, I'm going to do Wrath because I can get him set up like this. And then, as they approach, I'll go ahead and turn on Baron's shield. And then we may as well double time it. And that should work pretty decently, I think. Round lost. Not that decently. I actually failed to put out Laurel, I guess. That was unfortunate. Alright, let's see. How's it going over there? I think they're doing pretty good DPS over there on the right. The zoom, it's making things happen. going swimming over here. Like that. I think probably he's got this one. Yeah, it is as I predicted. No bueno. Alright, so he has 283,618. That's zoom zoom. He zoomed right over me, I tell you that. We got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points for that. Let's see what's going on here. We've got some redheaded person who dealt a quite large amount of damage, equivalent, more than, in fact, than Ethan did. But otherwise, it goes down after that. So, yeah, don't know. It's rough. That's all I know. Rough stuff. Alright, back. Next. Okay, so that was Zoom Zoom. Now let's do Xena. Xena up here has a monster BP of 298,766. So, again, pretty far ahead. I should have saved that as well. Let's see. Autoplay. So I think I did okay at the placement. That's okay. Oh, I accidentally clicked the auto fight. Okay. Well, we're gonna auto fight with the wrong thing. That'll be fine. At least I can see how that placement thing goes, because I know I had she had died and I'd had to put her back out on the autoplay. So I wonder if we'll get to that point, and if we do, what'll happen there. No idea. Okay, who does he have going over here? He's got Iona. Alright, Iona, during the ultimate that lasts for 20 seconds, each attack summons a star domain at the enemy's location, dealing 50% AoE damage. After a while, multiple stars will fall within the range of the star domain, dealing 40% AoE damage 4 times. Then he has Raiden, Thunder Penalty. After activated, summons Thunder that deals AoE damage equal to 120% of attack every second for 10 seconds. Nice. It's pretty close. Alright, our DPS is similar. We're winning barely. I don't know if that'll continue to be the case. Who's the guy now? Yuri. Needle of Torment deals 5 hits of 75% damage per second to one enemy target in range. When a target dies during the skill, gains 5% range and targets one other enemy near the fallen target. Cool. Then they have Comet, who I've heard of. Festering Curse. Each attack deals 360 AoE damage, lasting for 15 seconds. Cool. Alright, so they have some cool folks here. We ended up with victory on that one. That was Xena with 298,766 BP. We've got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 5 autoplay chances for that. And it looks like their Raiden did 4 million damage, followed by their Iona that did 3 million. And then it was kind of down from there. What's interesting is I think one of the last ones was that Yuri or whatever, and she already did 2 million. That's, I don't know. It seems like maybe her DPS is better than theirs because they were placed much earlier. Alright, let's see. Let's go back to this little board over here. I want to call it a market board, but it's not really a market unless we're in the market for opponents, I suppose. Alright, now the rest of these are a little bit higher BP than we have a chance against. So, let's refresh the board and see what we get. Okay, the closest we have here is... Look, we have One Punch Man right here. Alright, One Punch. 271,829 is his BP. Let's see what his monsters are. Okay, it's actually the same as his, so his team is pretty balanced in that regard. Now, I didn't actually pay attention to how things went with Laurel when I did the autoplay. Still kind of curious, but let's do this start instead, and we'll just go at it that way. Maybe I can click buttons well, maybe I can't. It just depends on the day, the moment, my mood, you know, all those things. My character's levels. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Gonna try again to just get Arrogance out. Probably gonna follow Arrogance up with Baron, but I'm not really sure. I might do Wrath, or I might do Laurel. I think I'm going to, well, okay, let's see if the ant or spider or whatever it is alive or dead. Okay. So it has gone the way of the dinosaur. So I think I will go ahead and put Baron, not Baron, we want Idrin next. So yes, Idrin next. And then we'll do Baron after that, probably. I think that might make the most sense. We almost have enough. We're going to do Idrin's ability. And then the goal is, of course, to do as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible. Because that's what it's all about, really. It's about beating your opponent to the punch. I feel like if you're gonna name yourself One Punch Man, you have to save your best guy for like the last guy that you put out, right? So that everybody else has been being beaten up and just, you know, losing continually. And then you throw out your guy, your last guy, and that's your One Punch Man, right? And so that way he comes in and just slaughters everybody. So you lay down Ajax or whatever. That's my thought. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels right. Alright, gonna stick Laurel out right there and have her face the correct way this time. And then maybe I can even remember to upload this at the end as my offense team. I killed Laurel, which is the same as happened before. That's okay. I don't know what my defense team looks like. Ah, that little porcupine went the wrong way. He's escaped from my bottleneck situation I created over him. Terrible, terrible news. Question is, will they be able to completely kill me? I think they might, actually. Because this other guy is not doing well, and I'm an idiot. It's another reason. Oh no. Times are hard over here. We're at 1%. If only I could have put the Laurel back out. Man, tell you what, guys. Tell you what. I don't know what to tell you. If you go up instead of down, it'll be okay. They did not go up instead of down. Hard times. We're gonna lose to the porcupines. Oh no. Oh no. It's rough. Alright, 271,829 for one punch. Good job, guy. Good job. Sure, let's load it as our offensive team. Why not? Okay, so we got 3 arena coins, 4 duel of champions points, and then we're gonna look at these numbers here. Okay, So this, I gotta find out who this redheaded person with the hat is. I have no idea. I should have been looking, but I wasn't. So the only one I recognize on this list is Theowen. I feel like I've seen the top chick before, but I don't know who it is. I don't even know if it's male or female. Um, to be honest. But Theowen, I think we are all familiar perhaps with him. He's the blind marksman. A lot of people seem to use him in Arena. Alright, let's go back and see what we've got here. Um, Slaughtered, that's what we got that time. Let's try Lunum. Lunum has 323,502 BP. So yeah, sure, why not? And yes, I agree, danger. Fortunately, his monsters have the same amount. So he doesn't have anybody crazy on his team, is what that indicates. I'll go ahead and do... It's tempting to just do the auto fight. But I think it won't. I think I will do the regular fight because, depending on how things go, I may want to change up already this, so. I like to lose in my own way. You know, do things right and proper. Throw arrogance down. And then we'll see what things look like. I think it looks like we're going to use Laurel right now. Oh. Interestingly, they have not cleared this yet. So they put out Dao-chan. Then they put out Beatrix, which is the one with the dream meters. And I don't know. I would like to know more about Beatrix. I've seen her in arenas, but I don't know anything about her. But what I know right now is, wow, she can hit them from way down there. How cool. Alright, so that's her dream orbs. And they just go all over the dream meters, I guess. They just go all over the place. It's amazing. And I've done terribly. Doing the rollout was a horrible, horrible mistake. Nothing that I can do is going to really fix this mistake. But I can perhaps do a little bit of recovery by putting Wrath there. And that'll add some attack speed to Arrogance, as well as obviously doing damage to the ants. Not wonderful, gotta tell you. A great start. Oh well. Could be worse, I suppose. We can get Idrin out next. It's all gone wrong. Yeah, everything is in the wrong order. That's okay. Can't win them all, right? Boy, they're doing some stuff over here. This is good stuff. We got Elowen. Heals all allies in range for 60% base healing every second, lasting for 10 seconds. The first healing will dispel debuffs from all allies in range. And then, of course, Dao-chan. We got Beatrix throwing her stuff all over the place. Nazar, I've heard of and seen. When activated, increases attack by 60% and expands attack range to create wind fire whirl, lasting for 30 seconds. When the ultimate ends, deals up to 300% AoE damage to up to 10 enemy targets in range, based on the number of weapon switches performed during the ultimate. How crazy. Weapon switches during the ultimate, huh? Boy, things are rough. Well, this is a loss for sure. Ooh, who's that over there? Can't see. Oh, it was too late. I don't know, somebody with like a pompadour or something. Alright, 323,502 is Luno's BP. And let's see if we can check out the stats on that. Well, so that's interesting. Uh, they only had 2 people doing damage. One of them was the girl with the Dream Eater thing. Might have been called Beatrix. Not sure. Hey, Cody, how you doing? Popped in to say good luck on the polls tomorrow for Nora in case I missed them. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know what? We can always hope, right? Um, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But good luck to you too. You said you're trying to get her awakened, right? All right, we got 3 arena coins and 4 gold champion points. All right, slaughtered there. I can't go any higher by any stretch of the imagination, so would be a fruitless exercise up here. Let's go to events and pool of champions, and then down to claim our 70 diamonds from this. We still have looks like 44 more arena coins to get before we can get those rare summoning crystals there at the end. But we're not far off, honestly. It's not too bad. Cody says I'm gonna pull for 1 copy. So you only need to awaken her once? Or is that just already gonna stick into it? Alright, so for reaching gold 3 in the arena, we get 200 arena coins and 30 diamonds. You know what? It occurs to me too. There's an arena store and different things open when you're at different levels. Maybe I should go to that, because if I'm level 3 right now, I mean, that certainly won't last long, right? So let's go to Perut over here. And then, is this the arena store? Or is this the, yes, this is the arena store. So what do we have open that isn't normally open? I'm really not sure. I mean, is this legendary artifact normally open? No idea. Maybe. I do not deal in legendary artifacts. I don't actually see anything that I don't normally have. Maybe you have to get to platinum before anything fancy unlocks. I'm not sure. And I don't know what they are anyway. That's a skin for something. And then legendary skill dust, legendary skill crystals, ancient summoning crystal. That'd be cool, right? But that's platinum too. That's far away from where we're at. So I don't know. I guess if anything unlocked, it was this legendary artifact essence, but I really don't know. Alright, let's get out of there. And we've got something going on over here. Got a recent, or no, add friends. Anakin Skywalker. Man, you know what? It's, you know, you've made it big when Anakin Skywalker is asking to be your friend, you know? It's one of those deals, right? Like, you feel good about it right up until the news comes out about what he did, you know? So, let's go ahead, get off of there. I think I want to do the quick claim and give, but it's going to make me redeem. I guess I can redeem some points for some standings. Sure, we'll do that so that we can give out some more of these lovely friendship points. There we go. We got 30 stamina, and I accidentally redeemed it twice. That's cool. Now, quick claim and give. Alright, well, I guess since I have 81 stamina, I'll go put it to use in this here artifact. No, you know what? You know, Zeppy, you can have that first place that you've got there. But still, I want to get these diamonds at the very least. So let's go ahead and toss it toward these auto fights here. We'll just do maximum, which is 3 apparently, and start those in the background. Alright, now, back to this, and I wonder if we've been so busy doing these things that the arena is ready. It is ready to be refreshed. You know, you get busy, and then time just flies. Alright, so it looks like the only one that we have much chance against here is going to be the UA Titan. UA Titan has 215,881. His monsters have 262,582 BP. That is doable. It means that he has some sort of a bomb in his group, and because his BP is much lower than what his monster BP is. So he's got a bomb he's probably gonna throw out, and it's gonna be nasty. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully not. Let's see, did he throw him out first? What is it? No, I can't click it. There it is. Hot Suit. Oh yeah, Hot Suit's really good. I've been seeing her in these arenas. I guess a lot of people probably pulled her. Too bad I didn't. Ooh, I don't want him there. I want him one back from there. Thank you very much. But yeah, I unfortunately did not pull Hot Suit, and therefore I'm likely to die a terrible death to Hot Suit any moment. Let's see how things go here with these units. Okay, so it went well enough that I'm definitely gonna stick U-turn next. I'm not sure how I feel about sticking Laurel next. It's one of those things. It's like, and then also there's Baron, the Baron option. The problem is, if I don't get E-turn out, I feel like I just don't do enough DPS to compete with the kind of stuff that I see on the right-hand side. What is this dragon doing hanging out there? Is it part of Hot Suit's thing? I have no idea. So she has Ghastly Burst, deals damage to up to 5 enemies nearby, dealing 190% AoE damage every 0.3 seconds, lasting for 3 seconds. That's crazy. It triggers 9 times. It's insane. Then she has Anora. Anora is the one that we're going to try to pull for tomorrow as Worm Drop. When activated, Labor immediately deals 360% AoE magic damage to up to 10 enemies in range. Then, during the ultimate, increases Labor's damage by 120% and expands both its attack range and damage range, lasting 20 seconds. Now, that's obviously the dragon that gets flying around over there, this Labor guy. And, which is pretty cool. On the one hand, I want to use Adrian's thing, but on the other, I think it's best if I don't. Now I think I'm going to throw Baron out next. We're going to see how it goes. That means that my DPS only increased by a little bit from the attack speed boost. It wasn't a huge attack speed boost. And now we're going to wait for these guys to all pretty much get in range and then do his now it's a question which one I should do, but I think I'm gonna put Wrath out and maybe even face him down because I want to face outward, but there's no real guarantee that will have anybody go that way. If we go down, that covers 2 out of 3 of the spots that they can go. Because it'll get the guys facing down from him where Arrogance is, and it also will get the guys who come up on him from the side. Not that it matters as it turns out, because we won that one without that becoming an issue. 215,881 for UA Titan there. Alright, let's go next. And then check this out. We got 3 arena coins, 8 Duel of Champions points, and 5,000 XP potions for that. This person here, I think that must be Nora, did 3,075,530 BP. Damage. That's very good. My Arrogance was out the whole time and only did 2.7 million. So, not quite as much as Anora, who I don't think was out for as long because I'm pretty sure they put down Hot Soup first. So, interesting. Let's close that, go back. And our background fight has completed up there, but let's kind of look and see what we have here. Yeah, I don't think that I have the slightest bit of chance against any of these guys, honestly. I don't think I could even actually damage the enemies, so it's kind of a problem. Um, yeah, let's get out of there. Unfortunately, because I do need some more of these tokens, I think. Let's go to Duel of Champions. We do get to get the huge stamina potion, which is nice. I'm 36 points away from those 2 rare summoning crystals, but we'll come back to it because I have some other things that I can do, such as claim this background fight. That's 11,400 coins, 2,781 XP potions, 23 Radiant Meteorites, 31 Mythal, and 92 Mystery of Artifacts trophies. Also, one thing I intended to do earlier and failed to was come over here to storage, come to artifacts, go to the forge, and then forge some of these things. I don't have any of the Titan like token things, these little Titan meteorites, which is too bad because a Titan event is starting tomorrow. Now there's also this exclusive forge. I'm told that the exclusive forge will not count for the event that starts tomorrow, but at the same time, because I am, me, I'm going to wait until tomorrow just in case for some reason it does this time. You never know for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and use these Radiant Meteorites and see if we can make some kind of decent artifacts. Alright, we got the North's Will, which is class limited to defenders. Whenever the hero loses shield, restores 10% HP. That's neat. I can think of a couple of folks that could be good for, one of them being Baron. I wonder what I have on Baron right now. I'll have to check. Alright, let's forge us up another thing. That was a legendary piece right there. We can get mythic, legendary, or epic in this. Now we have another class limited artifact that does max HP plus 10%. Also cool. Gotta think about that one. Alright, let's go again and see what we get. Medal of Fortitude, that's an epic one. When attacked, gains a 10-second shield with shield strength equal to 10% of the hero's max HP. This effect can only be triggered one time every 65 seconds. That's the kind of thing that might go well on like Gluttony. Possibly. Because you want to get his max HP very, very high, and he's a fighter, so he's on the ground, he's getting hit a lot. Maybe he could benefit from that, I'm not sure. Something to consider anyway. Alright, now what? Let's do another one, and we get Adamant Will this time. Increases healing effect by 5 when HP is at maximum. Additionally, increases healing effect by 5. Cool. I have a few of those. Not many people do use them on. So let's then forge us up another one. We got a Spirit of the Pact. This time a pack in the pact. That would be different. It's a legendary artifact, class limited to tacticians. I have 0 tacticians. 0 tacticians. It would be cool. Increases damage by 10% after moving, gains an extra 5% damage increase for 10 seconds. It's a shame that. Alright, what do we have now? We have 2 more forgeables after this. We got War Song. We have a lot of War Songs. Increases damage dealt by 5%. Eliminating an enemy grants an extra damage increase of 5%, lasting for 5 seconds. Okay, close that and try again. This time we got Adamant Will. Increases healing effect by 5 when HP is at maximum. Additionally, increases healing effect by 5. And then we have this last one for this, which gives us yet another War Song. We saw that just a second ago as well. Now for the Mythic Forge. Here we have a 30% chance to get Epic, a 50% chance to get Legendary, and a 20% chance to get Mythic. We only have 3 of these, so let's do it. first one gives us an epic Medal of Fortitude. When attacked, gains a 10-second shield with shield strength equal to 10% of the hero's max HP. This effect can only be triggered one time every 65 seconds. Cool. Next, we have the Luck of Tia. In experience raids, killing an enemy grants an 80% chance to gain one random buff. Attack plus 25% or damage plus 25% for 10 seconds. 20% chance to gain both. This effect can be triggered once every 10 seconds. And it's class limited to mages. Alright. And now we have one more we can do here. Let's see what we get. It is the Hand of Doom. It's our first, I think it might be our first mythic that we pulled from this. We've gotten some other mythics from other places. I don't remember what from. This is class limited to marksman. Increases damage by 15%. Upon killing 3 enemies, increases the hero's penetration by 10%. Well, that's cool. Increases the damage for 15% marksman. Alright, interesting. Let's get out of there, and then go back over to the arena. Okay, we have 3 minutes left on that still before it is active. Then in that case, let's check Borut. He has for us a 10 of these auto fight chances for 40,000 points. Let's get it. Seems fine. Let's see here. Where are we on the Oracle's trial? Oh yes, we needed the diamonds, and we still have a good ways to go before we get those. Alright. In that case, I don't think I'll worry about it right now. I'm at 19 out of 217 stamina, and I'm saving up stamina for an event that starts tomorrow. So I won't do that right now. I can go and throw something at the Guild Dragon, however. Drake's Chasm Daily. Looks like we've got some folks hitting Nightmare 4 and some folks hitting Nightmare 2. I think I better go with Nightmare 2, because that is the one that's more likely to be doable. Gogo did the 2 attacks there, getting it down so far. Good job, Gogo. That's very awesome. Looks like Bug of Joy has weighed in on this one. We haven't seen anything from Cosmo Gob, and AV2525 let me know that he is going to be not playing, at least for a while. So it's down to probably Cosmo Gob is the only one left who can weigh in on this. The only chance I think out of these that we have to finish then is going to be the Nightmare 2, and I'm just going to auto-fight it because I've already... I don't think that I've increased any of my people since I did this last night as far as the ones that come out here. Mail? But I don't think so. I don't remember investing anything in any of these guys today. Could be wrong. Let's see how the statistics are going. We've got Arrogance at the top, followed by Wrath, then Etran, then Ain, then Rerolls, and then Rerolls. So no, I'm pretty certain I didn't do anything different with these guys. I want to level up Rerolls. I have to star her up before I can level her more. And I haven't had the XP to spend on it, so she's just kind of at an impasse. I know that she would be much better if I could, or if I could awaken her. Now my understanding is that tomorrow, pulling on that Enora banner, there's also going to be Rerolls as one of the 20 times picks there. And so theoretically, maybe I can at least awaken her 1 time, 2 times, something like that tomorrow. And I think that's going to make a big difference in her damage output. But for now, I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that she's not really sufficient. Well, sufficient. She's sufficient. She's not going to be at her maximum, you know? She's just not. We got to like 21% of the dragon's health there, which isn't bad. And we got the maximum number of chests. Biggest chest, I suppose. Now the question is, do I put this again? Or do I maybe go try one of the other ones? I don't think I've done Nightmare 4 at all. I don't even know if I can live through Nightmare 4, but I could try it. And then we could have one on each, because I can't finish off Nightmare 2. I don't have enough. I could hit Nightmare 4, and I wouldn't be able to do too much to it. Would that be a worthwhile endeavor, or should I go back to one of the other guys and throw in the hits there and get the full reward of whatever it is? Which is a conundrum. It's one that I'm going to solve by simply doing the Nightmare 1, and we'll just auto-fight it, and that way we won't have to even think about it. We'll just be done with that, and then I can get back to the old arena, which is, you know, it has some pull to it right now, simply because I want to get that, particularly I want to get those 2 rare summoning crystals, so. So, if I can do that, I will be happy enough with it, and anything that I get from the dragon fights tonight is just going to be extra. That's my big thoughts at the moment, and we'll see what ends up happening. Arrogance is, you know, he's just so much better damage than the other guys. And I wonder if I had optimized this fight or not, because it looks to me like Wrath and Edron are lagging behind more than they might should be on this fight. I'm not sure. For one thing, I have a 9 in this group, and I'm not really sure if that's the best choice. So I may actually have to do this one again. Well, one way or another, I'm probably going to do it tomorrow, because probably I don't know if my group makeup will change that much, but certainly I'm hopeful to get an Eadriel at least, so. Let's see there. Stats. Yeah, that's crazy up there. Crazy talk. Alright. Get out of that. Complete it. And then we can claim this, which is 20 gold coins, 20 gold activity, and 5,000 gold nuts for Ethereum Traits Chasm twice today. Alright, we got out of there. Let's hop over to the arena where, yes, it is ready to be refreshed. Which is good, because those 400,000 guys are just not my cup of tea. Yeah, there they are again. We can try Nico and see if we can get slaughtered by 179,000 guy. These monsters are 210,000, 311 BP. Alright. I'm not too concerned about that. What it means again is that he has a bomb in his group. But I don't know if it's going to be a bomb that's big enough for him to succeed or not. Nico. Alright, so big plan is to try to get Arrogance out. It's like the plan every day. Okay, they don't have their first person out yet. And that's interesting. King Hearts, huh? King Hearts has Fury of Winter. Deals AoE damage equal to 160% of attack to surrounding enemies in a clicking freeze. Gains a shield that can absorb damage equal to 70% of max HP. It lasts 8 seconds. Well, what we're going to try to do is do more damage than he does. Goal to be achieved. Alright, got that round. So, I'll work on putting Etran out next. Hopefully. You know, the thing is, though, if this dude doesn't get somebody down, he's not going to get past round 1, I'm afraid. Because King Hearts is blocking, and that's it. Yeah, Nalvros has Spirit Raven. Summon the Spirit Ravens to attack random targets in range, each Raven dealing 55% magic damage. Last 12 seconds. Now, his range is not sufficient because he's got King Hearts over there. If King Hearts was back here, then we'd be, having a different story. But as it is, he has those ants stopped over there with King Hearts, and he can't be hit by Nalvros, who isn't doing much damage because the BP of the monsters is partially dependent on the highest DP of the guy in the group. And so the biggest baddest BP dude you have in your group partially determines the BP of the monsters in the thing. So if you have one bomb and the rest of your group is lower BP, then the rest of your group is going to have trouble dealing damage to the enemies. And that's when you're making your defense team, because the BP of the monsters is based on the BP of the defense team's people, so heroes. So something to keep in mind when you're making that. So that was Nico with 179,829 BP right there. Alright, we got 3 arena coins, 8 dual champions points, and 5,000 gold for that. Looking at the stats. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying, alright? So the reason that these guys couldn't do any DPS is because they have somebody here who is much higher. I thought King Hearts might be the one, but I'm not thinking so, because he wasn't. Well, okay, he's a defender, I guess. So the defenders don't do a lot of damage. I'm not really sure who these other ones are. I saw this one earlier, that Tylus or something like that. And I saw this bronze colored one as well in somebody's party, but I don't know their name or what they do. So I don't know anything about that one. All I do know is you gotta pay a little bit of attention to, when you're designing a team, be sure to look at the BPs and whether what your team, that you put together, whether that is changing the BP of the monsters or not, beyond what the BP of your team is. And because if it does, that means that you have somebody who's an outlier and raising the BP of the monsters beyond what your teammates can do. Unless you're planning to just drop your bomb at the start and then you can kind of slaughter the guys. But otherwise, if the bomb of your team is not a damage dealer, it's going to cause some problems in your team's ability to hurt the creatures and to slow you down. So that's my thoughts on that. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I see it. All right, we got another 9 minutes before we can refresh, and all those guys are massive. So let's see, 23 stamina at the moment. Come over here. I have some things. You know what? I wonder if I ever did get those insignias for Cyrene, I think her name is. Cyrene, this chick here. Let's see. Promotion. Yes, looks like I did do that. Let's see if I can upgrade her because she is the fighter that we have to throw out. Got a couple levels, sure. Alright, that works. Better than nothing, I'll take it. Alright. In that case, let's go back over here again. And to here, and to here, because this is, for me, the easiest way to get here. I don't know why. And then we can go look at, okay. So it looks like I did beat stage 7, but I didn't beat it very well. Let's look at the guides. Okay. This map. Let's see. I remember. Alright, so we have all these guys who are going to be coming down from these portals in the middle, and they'll be coming to go into the portals on the sides, right? And then we also have some stun bugs who are going to go around this map and then through the other side's portal. Although, of course, they won't make that far. But the stun bugs will be coming anyway. Alright, that's the main thing about this. And, a good portion of my people that I have in this faction are not, they're not phenomenal at their jobs. So we're just gonna have to bear with them. They're a little rough. But I think we take Blue Goblin, Elikos, right? We stick Elikos here. But actually, I should stick Morgan down first, facing it down. Then Elikos here. Then we've got Aona here. And then, let's see. I think when I need to put somebody there, it's going to be Aatrox. Hopefully. Yes, let's do that. And we'll need this girl, Cyrene, behind Aatrox. Because Aatrox will, of course, die, as intended. And let's see if we can get Voltus out. Right here. And it's a painful situation because I didn't have enough time to get Jorge out. And so, what I think is, it's not good, that's what I think. I can put Greed here, facing down. Let's see if he can manage this or not. I don't know, it's a little rough. I guess I can throw him out as a blocker since he did make it in town. And that was surprising that they managed to stop all that. Alright, so we'll use Aona's thing and then him, and now what? Oh yes, we've got the whole world over there moving forward because Aatrox blew up as he was supposed to. And they're kind of stopped right there, which is good. So I wonder if I should just put Abby's out here to hit all these guys. And that way we'll hit people on both sides. Now, looks like our defender there went down. Who is this? This is Jorge. Ah, yes. Very good. Very good job, Jorge, being alive and all. Alright, now we're going to see where to put Aatrox. It just depends on how things are going on each side here. Looks bad up there, so let's stick Aatrox right there. Well, could have been worse. I think that greed can finish him off, hopefully. He's almost dead. Now, that side's folks are out. We got a stun bug. And so, let's pull up Elacos so that we can click down probably her. And where shall I put her? Well, first of all, it would have been kind of intelligent, just ever so slightly, if I had done the things over here with Aeona and Voltus that I needed to do. But alas, alack, that's not the way. This is a sad day over here. Ah well. Didn't quite get there in time. Not that it matters. Because Aatrox can't actually do anything about that. Well, it was a miserable attempt right there. We did make it through, but it was rough. It was rough. Alright, well, auto fight record uploaded successfully. That's great. Alright, we got 90 XP potions and 18 spirit insignia too, so let's look at the stats on that. Alright, Morgan did the most, followed by Greed, interestingly, and then Aeona, Avizao, and then Voltus, and Elacos. Interesting. Aatrox out damaged Cyrene. Crazy. Alright, crazy stuff right there. Complete that. Okay, well, it was interesting. So I haven't done that one yet. So I must have just barely squeaked by to clear stage 7 the first time, probably. Alright, cool. Let's go back out of there. I was gonna go to the basic trial, but I realized I better go check on the arena. 1 minute left on that. Well then, while we wait, let's go to the mine over here and get 2,250 gold, 1,850 XP potions, 6 stamina, and 3 mithril. And those. And then I can come over here and look at Cyrene. It's funny that Aatrox did so much with him because you know, he's level 10 right now. That just amuses me, I suppose. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can upgrade Cyrene and first and foremost. We were able to upgrade her to level 30. I wonder if we can upgrade him too. We can. Amazing. So we made level 14 now, my goodness. Who would have thought? Interesting. Interesting. Well, what if I look at the star finishers here and realize that that's not the faction quest that we're on? We're on not star finishers. We're on cultists. Yes, cultists. And see if any of these guys can be upgraded. Certainly Cyrene and Aatrox can't, because I've already tried them. Let's try Avi's out. Nope, nothing doing there. The upgrade button is... Oh, there we go. Upgrade this guy, Jorge. Give that a shot. Well, I got him up to level 15. I'll take it. Excellent. Most excellent. Alright, now. Now, let's refresh these guys. And see if we have anybody we can have even the slightest bit of chance against. We don't. These are all 350 and above. 100,000 higher than the team's EP here. Not wonderful. 15 minutes before free refresh. If I want to refresh them otherwise, it'll have to be 20 diamonds. How many more of these do I need? Events, champions? Okay, so I need 28 more. I could bash my face into them enough times to get that. I have enough arena permits that I could do that. Let's see. If we lose, we get 4. So with 7 attempts, I could get the points that I need. And there's something to be said for that. I may do it, but I'm not quite there yet in the desperation realm. Close. Getting there. Nothing if not desperate. Alright. In that case, let's head back over to this faction quest over here and see if I can, okay. This is quite miserable because it occurs to me I can't do stage 7 again because I've already beat it twice today. That means I can only try to do stage 8 over here, which seems like it's not going to happen. Pretty sure. Okay, we're gonna go and look at the map info. It's exactly, okay, it's not exactly the same. It's very similar. Now, is there something that I can do to make this go better? Is there any chance that I can do something that will work here? We can try. Why not? Alright, let's... Yeah, I don't think so, but, alright. What if I try to... Okay, slowing is a good idea. I can perhaps bottleneck them a little further into here. And try to blow them up. Okay, what if I don't try to slow them? I just start with hitting them with these guys. So if I do Morgan, alright, what if I do Morgan and Abby Zhao on this side? 30 FPS safe. And then let's see, they're already starting to move. So let's throw Aatrox here to stop them a little bit. And her here. They're gonna try to go that way, of course. Yeah, I guess I put Voltus here. We're gonna run out of things to do here. Can't fix that. If I put... Okay. I better wait on Aona for this. Then what? Down? Maybe down? Don't know. It's not great. Not great at all. I can put, okay, how far down? Okay, she goes there. So what if I put him here? Let him pile up there. Will she be able to do anything? Not really. Not really. Maybe if I had put him out first, she would have been able to more, but yeah, it's not good. Okay, let's restart that. Try again. Alright. Think this through. Pure DPS on the one hand might have been decent if I had to do both sides that way, but I don't have time to get it all out. So I need somebody who's cheap and somebody who's expensive, which is kind of what I was doing before. Semi-successfully. Not very. Where did Morgan go? There she is. Her, and then him. Right. And then I can throw Jorge out here instead. Now we can could put Cyrene and Aatrox, but it won't really work unless we have somebody slowing them down. So what if we have this girl, Leona, slowing them down? And then we can put him here. Voltus, that is. And I suppose the guy who blows up can be right here. Now that may not have been the best possible of decisions. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, it's the decision that I made. Okay, now if I put her out, it won't really do any good. This one's level 32. Level 32 is better than nothing, maybe? Not sure. Maybe nothing is better. Oh no. Terrible. Terrible. No good. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what I can do about it. I can look at the stats, and Elikos is out DPSing Voltus. Of course, Elikos was down longer. But what if we switch? Elikos is expensive. That's part of the problem. Well, no. Voltus is expensive, right? We'll try it again. Alright, so this time we do Morgan here. And I guess Voltus? Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. Okay. Elikos and Leona. And then if we can do Elikos on this side, that was Voltus and Leona. put Jorge here to make him pile up for a second. Okay, so far we just have him out. Should be able to do this. So those are the Xena and what's your name now? Okay, we can put this guy here, whatever his name is, Aatrox, and start that electrical field there. And put the girl Siren behind that. Somebody just walked on by there, it seemed. Now, it's not doing wonderful things. And I don't know if that was a good idea, but at the same time, I feel like if these guys go down, we're doomed. So, there's that. Not looking grand. Tell you that right now. Let's go ahead and put him there on the off chance that he can do something. Don't really need Apollo's healing at the moment. Okay, so what if I pull her up and throw him down? Him, her, it, whatever it is. Huh. Failure. I wonder if her ultimate hits anywhere but right there. Doesn't seem like it. Aatrox is just not really able to do a thing right there. And just couldn't do anything. Not even explode properly, you know? Sad times. Okay, well that went better though. I feel like that went a lot better. Interesting. Okay. So Mike could do it with enough time. I don't think I'm going to today. So I'll hop out of there and maybe call that good. I actually need to do the auto fight on this one as well. So let's start that and then minimize this and go back over to I think it's Hyperion. Yeah, go to Hyperion. And we have something we can do here. We can upgrade the healing effect by 7%. Now we would need another 22 to be able to do any more there. We only have 7, so that's certainly insufficient. Alright, so let's X out of here and go look and see how long's left in the arena. 1 minute and 38 seconds there. Okay, let's see. We have 37 stamina. Seems like should be able to run at least one artifact raid for that as soon as this background part here is done. I do have some things here in Hyperion that I can do. I can make these demon things. Demon, I don't know exactly what, just like buffs to apply to demon soldiers, but I haven't done anything with the demons yet, so I don't really know anything about the way that works. The event I mentioned earlier that's starting tomorrow is this War of the Fates. After the event starts, which is in 1 hour and 17 minutes, commanders earn league points by participating in the arena. Well, okay. In the arena, Guild Drake's Chasm, and spending stamina and claim personal score rewards. Commanders within the same league compete against each other for ranking rewards. After the event ends, commanders who have earned points can claim the basic league rewards. Members of the league with a higher total score will receive additional Champion League rewards. So that's really cool. So part of it you get from skill and part of it you get from luck, like most things, right? Alright, we got 150 XP potions and 15 Shelter Insignia 2s here. Let's see if those Shelter Insignia 2s can do any good or anything. Don't know. Shelter Insignia 2. That's the one right there. So we would need 41 more of those to be able to do anything with them. We have 40, so close and yet so far. Alright, out of there, and then we go back over to the arena, where we can refresh these terrifying opponents for free. Okay, these aren't much better. There's a remote chance that I might can defeat this Russian person here, who has 313,372 BP, and our monsters also have 313,372 BP. So, let's give it a go. Why not? Back in this same kind of area as before, let's go ahead and put Arrogance out first. I see that I'm not the only one who has a high casting cost guy to get out first. Theirs is Numera, as Nature's Wrath. It immediately gains 2 extra Grimthorn spikes and rapidly launches all Grimthorn spikes to random enemies in range after charging for a short period. Each spike doing 520% damage and inflicting 1 stack of poison. That's awesome. Numera, huh? Okay, level 60. Very nice. Now what we're going to do is see whether I want to put out Laurel or Edrin next, or maybe Wrath, who knows? You never can tell with me. That's how I am. You never know. Okay, looks like it's going to be Edrin, which is who it normally is. In spite of him having that amazing Numera, Arrogance still won the day as far as the DPS goes for the moment. Alright, so Edrin next. There's another way that I could do this that may be even better than this setup, but I'm not sure. I feel like this might work okay comparatively to some. Okay, so we've got a couple more coming through, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw Wrath down next, facing down toward Arrogance, and help them out with that situation. And it also increases his attack speed whenever another member of Nightmare comes out, so that is another thing to consider with that arrangement there. Now, Edrin is going to be able to hit as soon as they get right there. I think I'm going to put Laurel down now. It's not the way I've been doing it, but it's the way I'm going to do it right now. See if she can live for a whole second. Who knows? Can't tell. Lost that round. But I'm going to put Baron out next, and that's going to increase the attack speed of Arrogance. I probably should have done it that time instead of putting Laurel down, especially since Laurel is about to probably get slaughtered by these guys as they run on in. But that's okay. Wasn't planning on actually winning these fights anyway. Who is this dragon? Ezerith. Void Reaper. World Destroyer mode. I wonder what this is. Ezra, it doesn't tell me anything. Up here, they have Morgan. Morgan is good. Numera we saw a minute ago. I guess I'll throw Baron's buff on over here. I'm just kind of exploring. Beelzebub I've seen, but I don't know much about. Belize, Veil of Deceit. Summons 3 Serpentine Spirits in attack range. Lasts permanently. Serpentine Spirit will support other attacking summoned units on the field after stopping attacks for 4 seconds. That's insane. Alright, cool. And now Beelzebub. What does he do? During the ultimate, applies AoE damage reduction to cultist allies within the spell range and summons Putrid Flies. Putrid Flies generates a powerful vortex that pulls up to 10 nearby enemies towards its center with 2 times strength and inflicts slow on them. The vortex lasts for 5 seconds. It's awesome. Alright, we got Laurel killed already, as suspected. Perhaps she's not in an ideal location. Possibly. Now, we just can't do the kind of DPS that needs to be done against these guys because they're high level. They're not high. High VP. Can't pull it out, unfortunately. But it was a good try. Good job, team. You tried your best. 313,372 for their VP on that. And we got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points for that. Let's check out the stats on this. My gosh. Yeah. This tarantula person here did 6 million damage. And then followed by redheaded Viking lady who did 4.8 million. And then possessed elf up here at the top did 2,100,000. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Back. And then let's see. Good news is we'll get knocked out of this gold league here pretty soon, so we don't need to worry about it too long. Because I gotta throw myself at some more on some more swords here. We have Euro 131, who has 368,775 BP. Now the question is, how do we want to try to do this? Well, you know, it's fine. We'll try. We can't really damage them very much. So, what's the possible answer to this? First of all, let's see how bad it really is. Okay, it really is just that bad. I mean, okay. Well, let's try switching out Rerolls for Delchan. I don't know why. May as well. That's why. Alright, let's start it. The value of the rage regen is not going to really matter greatly for so it is what it is. We'll make a valiant effort regardless. Pull out Arrogance, and then I'll throw Chen next. And I think I'll put Dao Chen here so that she's not the only target. Maybe not. Maybe not there. Maybe there's a bad idea. Maybe here's a better idea. No? No, it's no good. It's no good. It has to be here. Yeah. Do it there. Alright. Switch her to DPS mode. And what do we have over here? Blood Draculae. Impaling charge. When choosing charge to an unoccupied ground, also it's a tactician maybe? Within 3 tiles, dealing 500% AoE damage to up to 7 enemies in path. If cast in place, deals 360% AoE damage to up to 10 enemy targets within 2 tiles. After casting, increases the hero's block by 2 for 15 seconds and deals up to 30% increased damage and takes up to 30% reduced damage based on the number of enemy units within 2 tiles. That's affected. 5 units. I feel like I'm reading a Yu-Gi-Oh card right now. Let me make the print a little smaller, please, so that we can fit it in a tiny box. It's crazy. And who's this? Dolores. Grace for dancing. Applies 40% inspiration to other allies in range for 22 seconds. Yes, that is what Red Dracula needs. Definitely needs inspiration. No doubt about it. It's rough. Well, let's see if we can stop this onslaught from coming by so quickly and increase Arrogance's DPS a little bit. It's tough. It's just, will we even make it past round 2? That's the question here. No bueno. Okay, we did make it past round 2. That's cool. I suppose we'll stick Idrin next, as though it makes any difference. May as well throw his thing out right away. The sooner it bursts, the sooner we'll deal that AoE damage from it. And then we'll stick him down there. All is going swimmingly, let me tell you. I think we're going to get killed by the ants, not even by the demon. I don't know, maybe not. Oh, one around. Watch out, you're 131. You're on the downhill slide now. The ants have escaped you. I suppose I should have healed up Dao Chen during that, but alas, alack, was not to be. Gotta keep it now, so. Perhaps it will be the little wolf guy who gets some humors. Oh no. The demon after all. Alright, you're at 131, had 368,775 BP. And now we have 3 arena coins and 4 dual champions points from that. And they did so much. Like that is fancy. That Blood Dracula, my goodness, that's almost 9 million damage right there. Very impressive. He did as much as Arrogance and Idrin combined. That's awesome. That is awesome. Alright, and then followed by Hex, who I recognize. He's very sporadic. You never know what you're gonna get. He was obviously modeled after the Joker, and he's just absolutely very chance-driven fellow. And then there's that Frost Giant guy. I don't know his name, but I've seen him around. So, Pretty good little team you got there, 0131. Now, back we go. And that was 2 of the 7 fights that I need to do here. Alright, who's next? How about Brony 60? Let's do that. Brony 60, 439,715. Alright, let's go. Let's think about this moment. Should I, under the circumstances, do Baron next? First try? What did they put out? Oh, Pot's Tooth. That's great. Alright, alright. It doesn't really matter what we do. That's the good news. Baron can only block 3. Arrogance, of course, can't block any. Well, I mean, it can block 2. But, it's not gonna matter. That in mind, I guess I'll double time this. Oh, I even forgot to change the Dow Chance. That's extra fun. Oh, goodness. Okay, so, we'll do Wrath for what it's worth. I'm surprised we even didn't get killed on round 1 of that. It was incredible. Incredible. There's no chance whatsoever of survival. It's not even delaying the inevitable isn't even going to come into play there. It's just only death. It's all. Gonna get killed by the ants. Overrun and eaten. Alright. Brody 60. 439,715 UP. Excellent job. We got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions coins. What do you have going on here? Of course, it's Hot Suit. 2 million. It's very good. Very good. Alright. Back we go. And thank you for the following Geo 1967. Alright, now we have next in line Spellforce. 454,910. That's our next challenge. Alright, start. Who are they going to stick out first? We're going to put out Arrogance, I think. Doesn't really matter. This is Valkyra. Valkyra, I have discovered, is quite awesome. Rating Shadow increases damage by 50% and enables attacks on airborne targets for 30 seconds. Consumes any shield the hero has at present, increasing attack range by 1, attack speed by 100, and damage by up to 100% based on the shield strength. Seems great. Let's stick Arrogance down here. But look, a couple of ants got by her. Anything could happen now. Deal damage to our ants, for instance. It could happen. There is the potential for that. Gotta try to do something about the current ants in question. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stick, I think I'm gonna stick Baron out and increase the damage of Arrogance. Alright, there we go. That worked. And now, if I can, let's see, I think I'm gonna try. I've got a new tactic now. New idea here. Which is, I'm gonna stick Wrath next. Even though it doesn't seem to make sense, it's all gonna make sense in a minute. Because I want, first of all, to be able to get him down as quickly as possible. Second of all, to give Baron and Arrogance that speed boost. And third of all, I'm going to be able to put Etran at the top facing down. And then no matter which direction you go, he's going to be able to hit them when he finally comes out. Yeah. I know it's not a big deal. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose the whole thing, but we're gonna do it with style, you know. All right, we did survive to the next wave, which is cool. All right, now from here, he'll still be able to hit all three of those locations where they're gonna come anyway. They'll also be able to hit at the bottom, and if they go up, they'll also still be able to hit them. And it'll stop them from progressing. So it's, you know, it's a thought. It's an idea. Now Baron is being beaten upon handily. We can also throw Laurel out now because she needs to be beat up a little bit as well. We can lose the round, but that's all right. Winning the strategy. That's what matters. What do you have over here, guys? Spell Force. You got this commit. Each attack deals 400% AoE damage, lasting for 20 seconds. And then they've got this Kratos. Alright, I saw Kratos earlier too. During the ultimate, increases attack by 30%. If there's only one enemy in range, inflicts 3 stacks of Radiant Erosion. If there's more than one enemy in range, inflicts Chain of Fate, and 1 stack of Radiant Erosion on up to 3 enemies in range. Yep. I don't know exactly what that means. They also have arrogance. It's very nice. A nice little grouping of folks there. Ah, Baron went down. That's okay, because the whole base is about to go down, so no big deal. Alright. So, that was fun. Next. Alright, we're almost... Okay, now we're down to gold 2, so that's going to change our folks that we're going to play against. We got 3 arena coins and 4 Duel of Champions points on that. And then we have a new set of folks to play against here. How many more times? I think maybe 2 or 3 more times I'll have to be have to do in order to get the maximum number on that arena event. Alright, so let's try JWHSGXHX, which is our very next opponent. Not really thought about that one a lot. He really considered his options and said, you know what? I'm gonna face roll it. You know? Okay, so Stage Monster BP is 338,017, which means that our friend Face Roll has a bomb on his team. Question is the bomb going to be good enough to blow through the mobs fast? I don't know. Let's replace Laurel with Dao Chen and start this. And then let's see what happens. Alright, here come the little ants. We're going to stick Wrath down first, or Arrogance rather, down first as soon as he is available. And then Dao Chen. Try to get this rolling as soon as possible on the DPS. Because again, the only chance we have is to just burn as fast as we can burn. It's not going to be sufficient, but that's what we're going to do. Now, do I put out Do I put out Wrath next? Or do I put out Adrian next? I'm hesitating, and I shouldn't be. I'm going to put out Wrath and see what happens. Might should have put out Adrian next. I'm not sure. Adrian wouldn't have come out quite as fast. But long-term benefits could be there. Put out Baron next. And then Adrian last. Good idea, bad idea, who knows? It's not looking like a great idea, I'll tell you that right now. As far as things go, they are winning this fight. They were a little bit slow to kill that last dog over there. Kind of got around away from him a bit. Don't think it's going to matter ultimately, but it did take a whole second there. One problem with having Adrian here is although he can hit the people who get by, he can't hit the people who are stopped by Baron. Kind of an issue. A little bit. I'll wait for them all to get in as much as they want to before I use Etern's ultimate. Unfortunately, we have a dog who got past us as well. The trouble is that the one stopped by Baron, again, can't be hit by Etern, and it really slows down the whole thing. If I don't do something here and then I'm going to lose bag, and that's going to be bad. So even though I don't want to, I've got to deal with it a bit. Okay, that's probably sufficient. While they do that, I'm going to heal my guys up. Switch her back over. Yeah, pretty good little horde coming in here. A shield on Baron. Don't think it's gonna matter, but let's use Etern's ultimate. And the trouble is, I'm just to have so much less life than they do that just got beaten down by the onslaught. Alright, so that was JWHSGXHX with 296,253 BP. Alright, we got 3 arena coins and 4 duel of champion coins from that. And wow, that's incredible. Who is this little demon guy there? 15 million damage. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Let me go look real quick and see if we have enough. We don't have enough. Because it's the Duel of Champions. We're 8 too low. Alright, 8 more. Alright, so let's see. Pressure opponents for free. Sure, let's do it. See if we can get anything. Ah, there we go. That's more like it. 300,000. That's only 60,000 more than we have. We have a chance. It's Rostam Monik. Rostam Monik. Hard to say. With 300,013 points, and it looks like she has some very fancy folks, or he has some very fancy folks, including a Lord and Angel, and it looks like a formidable team, as a matter of fact. I don't like it one bit. Let's try it. Alright, let's switch Laurel for Down Chan, and the monster VP is 319,995. Alright, let's try it. I think I'm gonna go back to the old tried and true method of putting Etern in front of Arrogance for now. Dow Chan this time instead of Laurel, which is probably the better option. Alright, there we have Arrogance. And they don't have anybody out yet. Now they do. Who is this? Thalin. I don't know that one. Throws Gungnir to one enemy in an extended range, dealing 750% damage to up to 8 enemies around the target upon hit. Gungnir will stay at the target location for 12 seconds before returning, during which the hero stops attacking, and Gungnir emits a pulse every 2 seconds, dealing 400% damage to up to 8 enemies around and inflicting magic resistance reduction. When the number of blocked enemies reaches the maximum, Gungnir will return immediately. Gungnir. Alright. Cool. I don't know Gungnir, but I assume, I don't know. No, I'm not even making any assumptions since how I'm feeling about it. Alright, so. Managed to get through that. He's put out Idril over here, I think. And Idril has limitless shots and can hit anywhere on the board for her ultimate, which is really cool. I appreciate it immensely. So now I'm going to put Adrian out next. And then I'm going to try to follow that up. Well, you know what? We're gonna see what happens. It kind of depends on the way things look. I may end up putting Wrath out next. Kind of depends on where these extra ones go to, really. And whether I'm still alive by then. There's that. So Thalin just smited them. I suppose his ultimate went off, I would guess. Which means Baron goes next. And that speeds up Arrogance as well. And then we have Wrath, who is Gonna go up next somewhere. Looks like I'm gonna go ahead and put them at the top facing down. And that'll speed up everybody's attack speed as well. I think we have time probably to switch her back over after doing a second of healing, just to kind of get everybody back up to snuff, you know? Now I'm gonna wait for Idrin's thing until more of them get close. Okay, that works perfectly fine. And then we'll switch her over, heal folks up for a second. And then back. Now they're winning, but only by 0.1% at the minute, so got a chance, but unfortunately they are smashing through them very fast and moving not. So that is the way it is. You lose. Alright, so that was Ralston the Knight with 300,013 BP. Very nice. Giving us 3 arena points and 4 total champions points. And wow, they had 2 guys putting out around the same damage as Arrogance, but Idrin did very well that time, so no complaints there. And wow, they did great with their Idril too. My Idril is going to get better, probably, hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. Depending on if I can get some awakenings for her or not. Alright, where are we at now? No, I still have one more to do, I think. Smash my face into Sally and Laria. 312,007 DPP. Let's just hope their Hex doesn't do it for them today. Alright, switching Laurel out with Dao Chen and try again. Let's pull out Arrogance as soon as he's ready. There we go. And let's see where things stand by the time we can get anybody else out. Ah, well, of course, Tao-Chan. That one's a no-brainer, isn't it? Not really. Because I could just as easily put out Wrath or somebody who would increase his attack speed. But that's not what I'm doing at the moment. I think I'm going to go ahead and wait for Idrin to come up and put him right here. Get a little bit of extra DPS from him. And by a little bit of extra, I mean he basically doubles the DPS output by coming out. And then I think what I shall do is put Wrath out. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I wait and we'll put Variant next. Right there. Get everybody's speed up a little bit. And then we wait for them to pile up on Baron a bit. And hopefully everybody can come in close for this bit of damage that Adrian is able to do. Then let's heal up and put Wrath out right here, I think. And then we wait and see what happens. Over here, looks like they have Ajax. Ajax is amazing. He has Destructive Breath, deals 180% AoE damage per second for 5 seconds, and inflicts burning. That would pair wonderfully with Arrogance. He also has Vlad Dracula. Now, he did some serious DPS last time I was against him. Then we have Kratos. Kratos increases attack by 30%, and he does some other things I don't really understand, but so I would have to be able to look at him a little bit better. And then, yes, Hex. And Hex is totally random. You can never tell if Hex is going to be worthwhile to have, or not as far as I can see. I don't have any of those guys, but I've seen them on other people's arena boards. We got a victory on that one. So that was Sally Ilaria with 312,070 BP, and I think that was the last one that I needed to be able to get my arena rewards. So we got 3 arena coins and 8 Pool of Champions points, as well as 5,000 gold. Looks like that Kratos and Vlad Dracula did the most DPS on their team, or the most damage at least. And it was about the same as my Arrogance and Etern, but a little bit less. Their Hex kind of fell down on the job, and Ajax is normally amazing. Maybe Ajax wasn't put out till later. I'm really not sure. I wasn't watching. But regardless, Ajax has been very good when I've seen him in the past. Alright, so let's go out of here. I think, yes, we can come and Duel of Champions. 2 rare summon crystals. Excellent. Got it. Amazing. Oh, hey. Turns out I didn't need to do that last fight. I have 304. Oh, okay, I know why. Because I won that one and I had lost the one. That's what happened. So I did have to do it after all. Alright. So, very cool. Got all that done. Alright. Let's run some artifact material raids in the background here. Real quick. Auto fight. It's like 2 times. Get out of there, and then I can check on Barud over here and see what he has. Well, alright, we've got some auto fight chances, 40,000 gold. That'll come in handy for sure. That seems to be the only thing that really jumps out at me in that, on that screen at least. Guild Shop doesn't really have anything useful for me right now. Arena Shop, nah, not so much. Yeah. Those are neat, but that's from the Awakening Shop. Okay, so, then in that case, I got the background fights completed. That's 7,600 coins, 1,854 XP potions, 8 flawless meteorites, 5 radiant meteorites, 22 mithril, and 68 mystery of artifacts trophies. Cool. I like it. Speaking of the mystery of artifacts trophies, how is that coming down here? It looks like we have 1,720 of the trophies. It would be 2,100 to be able to get this diamond, these 30 diamonds. That's unfortunate. Not even remotely close. Just a little bit over halfway there. No. Sorry, I was thinking of 3,450, which would be not quite halfway there too. It's actually only going to reach 2,100. So we're not that far off, I suppose. Alright, cool. Probably can manage that tomorrow, I suspect. Cool. then in that case, I think I'll come over to the storage and I'll check on the artifacts and then go to the forge and typically forge anything we can forge this legendary piece right here, which won't necessarily be legendary. It's kind of misnomers, right? Because we've got like Epic Forge, but the Epic Forge can also forge legendary things. And then we have this thing called Legendary Forge, but the Legendary Forge can also forge epics or mythics, and in fact, is actually more likely to forge an epic than it is to forge a legendary. So it's a legendary forge that primarily forges epics. The Epic Forge also primarily forges epics. And the Mythic has a chance to forge Mythic. It's interesting. Anyway, back to the Legendary Forge. Let's go give it a go and see what happens. I also forgot to put those artifacts on earlier that I forged. So we got an Epic, of course. And it's an Adamant Will. Increases healing effect by 5 when HP is at maximum. Additionally, increases healing effect by 5. Yeah, there you go. That's how that goes. Tomorrow I'll try this exclusive forge probably, which has a 20% chance to forge something exclusive. Odds are, however, that we'll get a mythic piece. And even though the odds to get a legendary and the odds to get an exclusive are the same, it feels like I'll probably get a legendary. But okay. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Get out of here. And then I suppose I better get off for the night because it is 1:30 in the morning and I probably ought to try to get some sleep tonight. As always, it was a pleasure streaming with you guys, and if you're not following me, be sure to follow me so that you can turn on notifications and see the next time that I go live. Hopefully, I will see you all then. Have a good night.